What's going on, guys? It is Carly here bringing you day number 20 of my 31 Days of Horror 2020. And today we are still in the year 2005 with I believe a Korean film known as The Wig. Now I picked this up during one of my horror hunting adventures at the little antique type store that's inside the mall near me because I just thought it sounded cool, and I'm a fan of these, like, Korean movies, Asian movies, just anything like that. I've come to find that I really enjoy them, and I thought this one seemed rather creepy. So, basically, the plot is you have this girl who has cancer. You see that at the beginning, and she is actually being discharged, though, because she's been giving some medication that is supposedly a cure for her cancer, so she, is finally not sick anymore, but of course she lost all her hair and everything like that, so her sister comes to pick her up, and her sister is actually mute due to, I believe, a car accident. She was in a car accident, so she's mute, but, they're pretty close, and she picks her up, takes her home, and gives her this gift, which is a very nice wig, and the girl loves the wig. She puts it on, and weird stuff starts to kind of happen after that. The girl starts kind of seeing these scary things, scary visions that aren't really there, and she also becomes a bit obsessed with the wig. She doesn't want to take it off while she's sleeping or just showering, just anything pretty much. She wants to keep it on at all times as if it's her real hair, and whenever she doesn't have it on, she kind of flips out and also becomes a little bit sick, and you even learn later, I believe, that she's not even really taking the medication that was supposed to be, curing her of the cancer. So just a lot of weird stuff happens around this wig, and that is basically the premise of the movie, is a haunted wig. I enjoyed this. I thought that it had some good jump scares and some good creepy moments, as a lot of Asian movies do. I find that's why I really like them, because they tend to deliver on the scare factor, where a lot of movies nowadays don't really scare me necessarily. A lot of times Asian ghostly, paranormal type films are still scary. They still do the trick for me, and this one's no exception. I thought it had some good moments that almost gave me, mini heart attacks, and I appreciated that. The story is very interesting. I mean, just the idea of this wig, it sounds like it would be stupid when you're just on paper. It sounds kind of dumb, but it actually works, and I like the whole way that the girl, is kind of obsessed with it and getting really confident and almost vain with the wig. It's very reminiscent of other stories similar to that. I can't think right now, but there's other movies I've seen where someone just becomes obsessed with their appearance or something like that based on something, and then it turns out, things kind of go wrong. So I like that. I do find that the movie maybe runs a little bit long, and it's 103 minutes. It's not too long, but I feel that there's some moments where I find it to be a bit too slow for my liking, and it doesn't have as many scares as I would have hoped it would have, because it starts out really strong with the whole scary elements, but then there's a lot of moments where there's not really anything going on, and it's just kind of more drama between the girl and her sister, and that's kind of all you're getting, and then the sister trying to figure out what's wrong with her, of course. So would have liked it to have a few more scares here and there, but overall it's pretty good. There's actually a really gross part, kind of based on the cover here. You can see the cover is rather gross, and you do get a scene sort of involving this type of vision that you're seeing on the cover, and it's very disgusting and disturbing, and almost made me want to look away, but it's effective. It's well done in that aspect, so I enjoyed it for the most part. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not the best, Asian horror movie I've ever seen, but it's not the worst either, so I think 7.5 is a fair rating for this film, and yeah, that'll do it for day 20 here of my 31 Days of Horror 2020. Thank you guys once again for joining me, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow for day 21.